Well, hey there, strangers. Mike here, and it's been a while. Not sure how the videos will land on YouTube, but I basically took the entire rest of the fall and the entire winter off from hiking, which was the absolute worst thing I could have done. But needless to say, I'm actually back where I left off at Bay Campground. It's the week before the May 2-4 weekend here in Ontario, and tomorrow I head back onto the Bruce Trail. So had to rejig a few things. Found out that the overnight rest area at McKay's Harbour is no longer open to campers, unfortunately. Don't have all the details, but the Bruce Trail Facebook group seems to have a notion that too many people just trashed the place, and they ended up just closing it off. So needless to say, the plan of attack anyways is to hike about 16 kilometers from here to just after Greg's Caves. Not sure if I'll be able to take them in or not, but we'll see. And I was able to arrange a cab for $60 to take me back to Bay Campground, where I'll spend another night. And that same cab company will pick me up on Monday morning and take me back to where they picked me up tomorrow. And I'll continue on the trail over to Lion's Head and the campground that is in the municipality there, and then continue on. So happy to hear that I was able to kind of, move some things around and get some transportation, which of course is not the easiest thing to do on the Bruce Trail. And accommodation, there was a possibility that I was able to do a stealth camp roughly 10 or 11 kilometers northbound from Hope Bay, but not knowing the area, and obviously if there's like a ongoing crackdown on all things nefarious, then I wasn't entirely sure whether I could rely on that or not. So I'll be making notes as I go along, of course. And that is really about it for now. It's about 8:30. Still have some daylight hours, so at least it's not like the fall where I was kind of racing against time and racing against the sun to get to where I needed to go. So hopefully tomorrow will be a challenging but easygoing day in terms of timing. And I think shortly after I leave the campground, it'll be straight uphill. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you out on the trail. Just going to take in a little bit of the setting sun and show you a little bit of the Hope Bay Campground. So they have tent sites, and just down the way there's a water station, and this is my accommodations for the next 2 nights. Well, good morning all. Now that there's sunlight out, I can show you the inside of my accommodations for the next 2 nights, or for last night and tonight. So, got the place to myself, double bed, kind of strewing my stuff all over the place as I get organized. But quite a nice little place. And if you don't mind, I'm making my morning coffee. Let's see how this is coming along. Just about. Really nice here. Beautiful day. Not too hot. Actually, it's quite cool. So, looking forward to hitting the trail. Alright, guys. Folks. Fellow adventurers. Well, I finally made it onto the trail. It's about a little after 10. Kind of also wanted to give you a little bit of background as to what kind of took place last fall. So I was ill prepared, number one. But I also found out that the new Merrell Moabs that I had purchased for my hike had come with a new insole that Merrell is starting to sell with their shoes, and there was almost no cushion to it whatsoever. I mean, like, it was like super thin. And I even compared those insoles with some of the older shoes that I had purchased, and there's a noticeable difference. So needless to say, there's a few factors that kind of led to my early stop last fall, but I've since purchased and tried out Dr. Scholl's shoe inserts for plantar fasciitis, and so far they're working very well. I bought a pair shortly after my hike ended in the fall. They work so well that I bought a new pair specifically for this trip. So, kind of hoping that feet don't play a role in any kind of demise this time around. And with that, I'm going to give you a little bit of a view, because it's starting to open up a little bit, and it's really pretty on this Sunday morning. Take a look at this. Really nice out, guys. And with that, I'll sign up for now. So those of you who are not from Ontario, I thought I would show you our provincial flower, because in May they come out and bloom. Might be a little difficult to see, but just a small field of them. See if I can get up close to a couple for you. And more, and on both sides. There's actually 3 varieties. The white is the, I guess you could call it the traditional one. There's also a red and a two-tone, and I'll get those on film for you if I can find one. Oh, there's a red one. I'm trying to be cautious where I step. There we go. That's a red one. Beautiful. And still, all the way through the trees there, all I see is white. Awesome. And shortly after the field of Trilliums, just to give you an idea as to the rock formations that we have to navigate around and through. A few more. Little butterfly. Little buddy. Campground owner said that the black flies were really bad this year. So far so good, but it's only been not even an hour, I don't think. Definitely a beautiful day for a hike, though. And it sounds like I'm not the only one enjoying it. Just another little cool update. So that's where I just came from. I came across this very cool rock formation. And through there we go. Always amazes me how trees can seem to be able to grow right at the edge of a rock. Glacial Pot Holes. And you think our roads are bad. Well, that's a pothole. Trilliums, trilliums, trilliums. Everywhere you see white, it's a trillium. I don't think I've ever seen so many. Still on the west bank of the Hope Bay, slowly crawling towards McKay's Harbour, which again got closed down from a overnight camp perspective. Roughly 6 kilometers in. Not doing too badly, but I should have left a little earlier to meet up with my cab at 4 o'clock. Ran into a group of people that were hiking a section of the Bruce. So as promised, I would film anything that's film worthy. So some very funky rock formations, and trail continues on there. You can see the blaze, and to the left looks like a plate of rock sitting on top of more rock. And of course more trilliums everywhere. Well, not here, but oh, there's a few. Alright, gang, well, you can tell I'm a little out of breath, and I'm going to show you why. And some cool rocks. Here we go. Probably not the most difficult, but just to give you a taste of what this part of the trail looks like. And ahead you might be able to see the blazes. Got turned around a couple of times, but nothing major. Private property over there, and further down the ravine as well. I think I just passed Jones Cove Road, if I'm not mistaken. One thing that going for hikes around your neighborhood in the city will not do is prepare you for climbing. That's for sure. Just to let you know, I've done about 8 or 9 kilometers from Hope Bay, and so far no water sources, so just bear that in mind if you attempt to do this trail. Just a side trail for a lookout, but definitely well worth it. This was, can't remember the side trail, but I shall get that to you so you know where I am on the trail. It's only 40 meters to and from the main trail, so not a huge deviation. There we go. So this was the Jackson Cove lookout side trail right off of the main trail. So yeah, like I said, 40 meters there and back, or each way I should say. So well worth a sit and a break. But now back at it. I have about 11 kilometers in on the trail so far today, and about another 6 to go, give or take. I had to already call the cab company and extend my pickup time to 6 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. because definitely not going to make it for 4. Interesting. I guess it's this way. And as you can see, another field of trilliums. So close I could taste it, but as you can see, still way too far up from their water. Another nice little lookout. About another 4.5, 5K to go. Still no water except for what I can't touch and see, or can't touch and get. Don't you just love that sound? Where I came from. Still without able to reach the water. In the path ahead. Temperature probably dropped at least 4 or 5 degrees. Getting a nice cool breeze, which is actually a really good thing because the hotter I get, the more water I want to consume, but still down to my last half liter or so. So trying to make that last. So you can see a little bit of a beach. Alright guys, so here I am just chugging along and admiring the water. And at the end of the Pease side trail, do I see shoreline access side trail. Goes right to the water. Oh yes. I get to fill up my water bottles. If I can make it down the sketchy stairs. Alright, here we go. Next time I'll put this camera on my headband. I made it down the sketchy stairs. Oh, awesome. Some very cool rocks to boot. Just gotta get down to this layer here. Really nice. All right. Awesome. Well guys, I'm gonna go fill up my water bottles now. Probably chug one or two. And I'll see you back on the trail. Just to give you guys a shot of the water while I'm down here. And yes, that water is so bloody cold, it's awesome. So ever since I came out of the tree line, it was a bit of a slow descent down towards the river, or the water I should say. And then I came across that shoreline side trail, and there was actually two of them. So you have two opportunities to get water from the lake. But as you can see, it continues to gradually get down to the water's edge anyways. And as you can see, looks like there's some private property up ahead and the trail turns inland. So I'm coming up to the end of my day here, both in terms of time and my destination. But oh, what I wouldn't give for a dip in that water right now, but oh man, is it ever cold. Just one last shot before I dive back into the trees. And this is really amazing.